Of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues
to
play
down. Get him down.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Looking to throw on second down. Cash. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Yeah, he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Not a Ramsey. Not a Ramsey!
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Thanks, bro.
From the gun, Cash. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Gross. A good pickup there at 22.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Cash. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. On 4th down, Cash. And that is going to be incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work.
Come on, man. You got to jump in front there.
On the opening drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right. You got 3 down, 3 down.
They run with Sayers. He's got a 1st down and then some in midfield. And all the way down to the the 33-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Again, they'll run with Sayers. Get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down. He's off to a great start here in this first quarter. It seems like this defense is probably going to have trouble containing him.
I would agree with that. I love the observation. And here's the thing. Their game plan coming to fruition. You knew that they came in thinking that they could run it, and now they're proving that they can and doing it in a big way.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
Oh, come on. Give me that pick.
Great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first in this opening quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
To throw on 2nd down. Cash. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gross. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Yay!
On 3rd down, here's Dixon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch it unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down.
Oh, shit.
They'll run with a Hall of Famer, Sayers. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
2nd and 5. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Is he gonna send it? Is he gonna send it? Uh-oh.
From the gun.
Sending it.
Right side here, and that's complete. And that's going to be another first down as a tackle made at the Jets 39. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL?
Good game,
The better route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a first down.
Gurley is something else.
A run. This is Sayers. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
That's fucking safety. Wow, back there.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Sayers. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet there are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up.
The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
I waited on the nigga yesterday. He couldn't his help. Couldn't sign help.
On 2nd down now. Dobbins, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That almost felt like the defense said, he is not getting in. What a play.
Not only stopping him at the line, but pushing him back a yard as well. On 3rd down, Dobbins, and he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. As the Bears push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. Let me finish. Okay. You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Back to throw. Cash. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
6 guys.
Throwing again. Cash. Throw left side complete. It's Gross. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Cash. And that will be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Looking to throw on second down. Love. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Are you going into all that?
53's the mic. 53. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
What's going to happen?
A run at Sayers' right side. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you've got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Back to the air on second down. Cash. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you call.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Sayers. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. He's at the 50. The 30. The 20. Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something that feels somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
This shit like a motherfucking ice cream bar. This shit all fucking rectangle and shit.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
This nigga keep running, but he keep motherfucking juking the shit out of my defense with the dude and shit.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a give, right side. Dobbins. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Turn it off. Turn it off.
And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on third. From the gun, Love. Buying time to his left.
Knew he's gonna run
Give
with
him
his
7 on the
quarterback.
tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open.
Here we go, D. 36, 36.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Off play action. Love.
They got legal linemen upfield, y'all.
Got his
Yo, they ain't even call it.
for a Chicago touchdown.
This nigga guard went
From
all the way
19
upfield. He
yards
still threw the
away
ball for a
as the Bears
touchdown.
push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. With those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
You look like famous Amos. I bet you won't. I bet you won't.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half, Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Anyway, famous.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Motherfucking famous. I ain't talking about the cookies. They go, you're famous.
2nd and 11. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
They
and
let
this
you
time,
catch the ball.
contact and another
next
incomplete
thing they come
pass.
up under your ribs and shit. You fly up in the air and the ball come out. That shit weak as hell.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Cash. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out. Not what they wanted, and you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards in a Chicago 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Mike 96, Mike 96.
On the give, this is Sayers.
Come on, man.
Breaks the tackle,
This
now
game is
Allen.
some bullshit, son.
And all the way
This nigga was
inside
caught in
the
the backfield
15
by
before they drop it.
He stiff arm
Good
both
yardage as he
foot.
rumbles for 24 and a first. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
But you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect
Yo, give me that
heavy
pick.
traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll go right back to the ground with Falk. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Cash. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. This quarterback now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here. Running right, here's Falk. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd down. Cash flushed out right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Roquan Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Why is my quarterback running slow?
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Looking to throw. Cash. Looking deep downfield. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a give now to Sayers. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Back to throw. Love. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Love. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear 1st down. This quarterback now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Love to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Check. Watch twins.
Operating from the gun. Love. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy can hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
You didn't enjoy
There was
yet?
contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Nobody gonna have no football teams next year. Ain't gonna be no college football. Ain't gonna be no
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Watch 18. 18's the mic. Check 99. Check 99. Check 3. Check.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Cash. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On first down, they go with Dixon. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw. Cash throwing left side here, and it's complete. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Weiss. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Point after here coming up. He's got it, and the score's now 27-14. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
And 96 is coming. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking left side, and it's complete. And taking it across the field and just shy of the 40. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10.
Game over, mountaintop face.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Chicago, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.
27-14.
That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
And his dude kept juking the shit out of him.
Yeah, March Madness got canceled too. Shit.
We can get in 162 games. They'll push it back. They may eat up some travel days. They'll be able to. I think they're going to have a shortened season. So I think that whatever it's going to take, whenever they can come back and play.
This nigga caught all these passes though. 15. He caught 15 passes though. Like no for real though. I mean, half them shit should have been fucking picked. He caught the nigga. He caught shit when niggas was in his jersey.
Possibly, if it took that long, and I know they're helping the earlier, but even if it's back in July, you still think they can get something done. I do. I think that if they give them half a season, quote unquote half a season, they'll do it. They'll take it. All right, Steve Mitchell also found today Donovan Mitchell testing positive for coronavirus. The second member of the Utah Jazz to test positive for the virus, according to NBA insider Sam Zerenia. Mitchell was the only member of the Jazz player and personnel to test positive for coronavirus. We were told of 58 tests administered on Wednesday night, with the tests remaining tests coming back negative. Players Jazz have faced within the past 10 days, which includes directors, are being told to self-quarantine. Now, after testing positive for the coronavirus on Wednesday, Jazz center Rudy Gobert posted this on Instagram this afternoon, writing, "I want to thank everyone for the outpouring of concern and support over the last 24 hours. I've gone through so many emotions since learning about the diagnosis."
They say Donovan Mitchell got it too or some shit.
The first and most important thing is I want to publicly apologize to the people that I may have endangered. At the time, I had no idea I was even affected. I was careless and make no excuse. I hope my story serves as a warning and causes everyone to take this seriously. I will do whatever I can to support you in my experience, trying to educate others and prevent the spread of this virus. I am under great care and will fully recover. Thank you again for all of your support. They
Sure. Motherfucker. Larry Johnson.
Yes, so Rudy Gobert, I was on the Florida side with a high-ranking sports executive, and he said, Rudy Gobert saved America. Think about that for a second. So, what happened right before the team doctor, the Utah Jazz, cleaned it off the Florida floor?
Yo, Mr. T.
20,000 people in the building. Right before the Florida police played the game here with 19,000 people in the building, if Rudy Gobert is not
What's up, Mr. T?
And they are playing NHL and NBA games tonight. As the stands, Major League Baseball spring training games are right now. And there is no sound system that needs to Broadway canceling performances for a month. So all the
I ain't got no games.
operations. This is the first national show. Why was that so important? Why was it so important? I think we're going to have this reaction to Tom Hanks and his wife tested positive. Why was it so such a serious athlete of his age was tested positive? Because they want to precipitate. I mean, this speaks to politicians, speaks to the everyman. When you've got $1 billion worth of a multi-billion-dollar operation like the NBA shutting down operations, that tells you this is real stuff. This isn't theory. This isn't right now it's sports right now. No sports on television right to speak of. The fact that sports is doing this is the first time, I think, on a national and North American basis that people are going to realize this is an emergency. This is a public health emergency. And so Rudy Gobert, however he contracted it, and the fact that he had unwise...
They canceled the McDonald All-Star Game, Jordan All-Star Game, every All-Star Game.
In an era where a lot of our leaders are being deeply irresponsible, but with how they are handling this is really important. Well, the Toronto Raptors were in Utah Monday night to play Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz, and were one of the teams called to self-quarantine by the NBA. That's according to ESPN's Brian Windhorst. Earlier today, the Raptors released the following statement.
Yo, motherfucking, dude on the cream and wheat box. Yo, dude on the cream and wheat box. Cream and wheat box, dude.
Specialists and public health authorities, and we will continue to abide by advice.
Nah, he wasn't black.
NBA players reacting this way. Giannis Antetokounmpo wrote, basketball becomes secondary. You carry yourselves and your family. Wash your hands often. Pacers center Miles Turner writing, shout out to all the medical workers and hospital employees. March Madness has officially been called off as well. The NCAA.
Yo, get me out the bathroom with you, motherfucking, Candy and motherfucking piss and shit. Your shit sound like you motherfucking squirting and squirting and shit. Fuck out of here. We know you in the bathroom and shit. Get me out the bathroom. It sound like you straight in the bathroom. You know you in the bathroom because you right next to his room now. Fuck out of here. Your beard smell like under the toilet seat. Your beard smell like under the toilet seat. Motherfucker, get out of here.
Was lost by taking the actions they did today.
You better not see that shit.
That's an awful lot of money.
I'm gonna fuck him up and you.
But that is secondary to the health concerns that are at issue here. And he struck exactly the perfect tone throughout the day as to why this is so important. This is not just student athlete health. This is about being a responsible.
Damn, I should have got me some motherfucking ice cream. Motherfucking 2 scoops face. 2 scoops. 2 scoops. Always cracking. Oh shit. This motherfucker broke and it's still rolling. Got me cracking